Hey guys, just wanted to shoot a demo video real quick. This is a 2015 Gibson Les Paul Standard. Everything's stock with it. Running it through a Marshall YJM100 head. It's sitting on a full stack. The top cabinet's a 1960 AV. Bottom cabinet's a 1960B. So there's a mix of vintage 30s and G12 T5i speakers. The EQ on the amp, I've got everything at 7. Presence, bass, middle, treble are all at 7. Both volumes are on 10. I've got the channels jumped, and the EPA is probably about 3 to 4 on the dial, so it's pretty loud. What I'm going to do is just go through some basic stuff. Please keep in mind I'm not Van Halen or Billy Gibbons or Zakk Wylde, so probably going to be some mistakes, but I just want to give you kind of a sound demonstration. Everything's being recorded on a Canon T5i. The microphone and the camera is what I'm using. I don't have the means to mic up the cabinets, so hopefully the audio is good enough to kind of form an opinion. This is a really good sounding setup. So I'm going to kind of showcase the guitar as well as the amp. And what I'm going to do too as I go through, I'm going to be using the G-force tuning, and I'm going to just leave the volume up. That way you can kind of see and hear what it's doing as I go. So I'm just going to play some random stuff. I'll do the boost, I'll do the reverb, coil tap and everything on here. And again, just excuse my playing, I'm not a pro, but I just want to make a quick video. So I'm going to go ahead and start in standard tuning. Like we lost a string in tuning there, so I'm going to try to just retune real quick. So as you can see, just real quick, I'm doing individual string. You can use the G-force to tune every string at the same time, but I like doing individuals. It gets a little more precise. So so move on again. Excuse my riffage here. Let's see here. What else do we know? And I may have lost tuning again. It's one issue. That's really the only issue I've had with this guitar. It does seem to drift out of tuning pretty easily, and I've got a few hours on the string, so I don't think it's because they're new. I may have to get in touch with Gibson on that, but otherwise the guitar is really amazing. I'm going to kick in the reverb. Okay guys, sorry about that, part 2. This apparently 2 gigabyte SD card's not good for video. Anyway, so I'm going to work through a couple features on the guitar. There's a lot of stuff this guitar does. On top of the G-force, every knob pulls up to do something. The volume knob's coil tap. The bridge tone knob does a bypass, which takes the pickup straight to the output. It eliminates the knobs from the circuit straight out, and then the neck tone pot actually is a phase inverter, as I may be saying that wrong. Anyway, really changes the tone of the pickup, and it's pretty neat. So I'm just going to kind of show you that. I'll start on the bridge, and I'll work through those two things real quick. So here's normal. And this is coil tap. This is the bypass. And this is bypassed and coil tap. Move up to the neck. This is normal. This is coil tap. This is with the reverse phase, whatever it is that it does. And this is tapped and reversed. And I really like that sound. From what I understand reading about this guitar online, Gibson has a circuit in there which, when you do the coil split, it doesn't simply split the coils. It actually has a few added things in there that change the circuitry so that the pickup, in theory, is exactly like having a true P90 in there, as opposed to just a split coil humbucker. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead, I'm going to tune again, and then we'll go over to boost on this amplifier, and then we're really going to get messy with it. And by that I mean my playing. Alright, we're tuned up. So gates on, boost is 100% on the boost and about 50 on the gain. And this is what we get. And that's boosted, so this thing is a beast. I really hope that the sound is coming through the camera properly, because this thing is just amazing. I am blown away every time that I plug into it. And I'll make a note, and this is important. This amplifier, I've seen a lot online. A lot of people really like it, but there's also a crowd that says it sounds digital. It sounds like a modeling amp trying to sound like a 1959. Here's the thing, okay, with the EPA knob, if you turn it down, if it's at house level, if you're at 0.1 of a watt, it is going to sound that way, because it is so compressed, it's so restrained, you know, by that knob. that yes, you do lose tone, you lose a lot of the distortion, a lot of the fatness out of it. But if you get that knob up, okay, at least, you know, a quarter of the way, this thing will open up. It wakes right up, and it will keep pace, I feel like, with any Marshall out there. This amplifier, I mean, it really is something special. Everything that they did with it, you just have to have it loud. Even though it has the ability to play quietly, it needs to be loud in order to work, you know, the way that it should, to get that Marshall hit, that growl, that punch. You have to have volume, just like with any other Marshall, except with this one, you don't have to have as much. You know, let me play something while I'm still talking. You'll see. You know, you can still sort of hear me over this thing, but it's loud. It's probably band practice level, drummer level. It's probably not loud enough to gig with right now, but it's definitely not turned all the way down. And through the two cabinets, it's got so much punch to it. It's just unreal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple of riffs here with the boost on. And in this part, again, please excuse me for playing it wrong. I'm not Eddie Van Halen. I'm not Zakk Wylde. I'm not any of these guys. So you know, just bear with me. This is a tone demo, not a skill demo. So do a couple quick things. This is you might recognize this one. Let's see what else we got here. Forgive me, this is going to be wrong. Let's see, what else can I screw up? I can do this one. I'm gonna mess this one up too. Watch this. Yep, could have done that worse, but I had to try hard. Notice we're out of tune again, so I'm gonna do a quick tune up here. Okay, so now we're back in tune. Let's see here. Well, you can do heavier stuff too. You know, not obviously you know, Swedish death metal, but or black metal, but at the same time, you can get pretty heavy. You know. anyway, hopefully that's a pretty good demo of what it does. I'm gonna just do a quick tuning swap down to C, drop C. Okay, and I'm gonna go back through. When you do drop tunings like that, change completely from one thing to the other, you have to do all the strings at the same time the first time, and then it'll save it as your default. Once it does that, then you can go back, like I'm gonna do now, and do individual strings. And as you notice there, a couple of the strings were not actually in tune. Sometimes with a big change like that, going from a standard tuning to a drop tuning, and it's half step down on all the strings, and then this is a C sharp. So that big of a drop, what happens a lot of times is it won't get them all right. So it's a good idea to go ahead and do the single strum, let it get green and turn itself off, then go back individually and get them right, because you can't really rely on it when it changes. Now if you're already in a tuning and you're just kind of touching it up, you can do that, but basically one second here. Okay, so yeah, but basically the you know, just going in one sway, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna do a couple drop riffs. These are my band's riffs, so you've heard them before, so if I screw it up, you won't know. So anyway, I think the tuning slipped out there too. It sounded like it to me, so let's check that. So, and again, the biggest, I guess, well, really the only complaint that I have with this, and I don't know if it's just this one or if it's kind of an inherent thing or what, but it does slip out of tuning. You know, as much as it costs and as nice as it is, it does slip out of tuning pretty easily. As you saw, I didn't get through 30 seconds of a riff and a little lead thing there, and I had to tune again. With that, just one more quick thing I'm going to play here. Again, this is one of my band's riffs, just to give you an idea of the heavy sound that this thing can do. And then I'm going to do one more thing, and I'll show you the guitar cleaning up with the volume knob, and then we'll call that a demo. So here we go. So I'm going to turn the boost off, bridge pickup. Neck. I think we're out of tune again too. So that's pretty much it. You can see that again. I mean, it's really something. This guitar is amazing. Gibson did a great job, and a lot of people give flack to the 15s, but this thing is really awesome. The tuning, apparently you need the auto tuning though, because it will not stay. So I'm going to check it again. You saw what I did. I just tuned it, played a couple things. Let's check it again. That was 4 out of 6 that were out of tune. So and keeping in mind what I'm doing just now is a half step down, so it's not going to be spot on. It's in tune, but it's a half step down. So, but anyway. There you go. That's a demo. It's probably about 20 minutes worth of demo. But again, YJM100, 2 cabs, Les Paul. That's all you need. You know, this is the setup. It's the sound. Just hope that it conveys through the video. Thanks.